Today I'm gonna show you how to make hardstyle kicks in Serum like these ones. Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Wildcrow and a long time ago I made a video about how to make a kick in Serum. You like it so much and you asked me how to do a hardstyle kick in Serum. So today I'm gonna show you how to do it. But of course you need to think that it is quite limited because you don't have that many options of distortion, EQing and so. Remember to leave a like and subscribe, it's completely free for you. I mean, it's the special offer they have for you. Just like and subscribe. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do is change this wavetable and I'm gonna use this one that I have. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to download this wavetable, but basically I have to give a shout out to Higher Dimension Sound because the wavetable is from them. And I'm gonna put this to the max and reduce this 1 octave. Of course you can reduce it or not, then on the piano roll just have to put it higher or lower. And then we're also gonna enable the oscillator B, as it is gonna be the bass. A good way for me is the sine wave, but sometimes it's a bit too soft. For example, if we play it right now, it's not really adding anything. Even if we put it on 0 octave, it's not really that aggressive or that good. The square one is pretty good. The problem, as you can see, has a lot of high frequencies, and yeah, you can just filter it, but then this filter is gonna also be applied to the first one that we don't want to, and we're gonna use another filter, so no, better not use this one. You can try to get some kind of rounded square wavetable, that also works, or just go here to analog and use this one, the subby saw. As you can see, it has the sub bass but also has some body. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is control this wavetable. We're gonna make it move. So this LFO1, we're gonna send it here, reduce it. You can put it on 100, 80, that depends on you, and do it just something like this. Put this on envelope, and if we play it right now, it's quite short, so I prefer to put it on 1/2. But this is a bit long, just reduce something like this. Of course, with this you can control it. Now we also want to control the oscillator B, the volume of it. I'm gonna reduce it a little bit like this, and now we're gonna send this LFO here. We're gonna put it to the other side, and for it, I recommend you to do something like this. If you don't really understand what this LFO is doing, is basically when it's at the bottom, it's sounding, you know, because it's the other way. Of course, again, put it on envelope and 1/2. If we play them both together, as you can see, it has a bit of attack, and I don't want this attack because I'm gonna use another one. So to control this, we're gonna use another LFO. We're gonna send it to both of them and do it to the minimum. And here the LFO is just gonna be something like this. This is gonna reduce attack. And yeah, maybe you say, oh, but you can just do it like this, and this way you're also gonna have a longer attack. Yes, but this is gonna affect also the attack that we're gonna use later. There is gonna be a noise, and even if you click this, the direct out is gonna be affected. So better do it this way. You can maybe just touch it like this. Okay, now the filter. The filter is super important. It's basically one EQ that you can use. And to make hardstyle kicks, you need a lot of EQing and a lot of distortion. My advice is that you try the band pass and work with this. Maybe less mix, maybe make this move. But this time I'm not gonna use this. This time I'm gonna go to miscellaneous to sample hold. We're only gonna use it in this oscillator, and we're gonna move it a bit higher. As you can see, it's like the bit rate, you know? The lower, the less bit rate, something like this. So put it around here. It has like a kind of big crusher sound. And what I'm gonna do is move this cutoff. I'm gonna use another LFO. Of course, envelope, put it on 1/2 and do it like this. This way, we add a bit of movement. Maybe right now you don't really like this kind of highs that it has, but don't worry because we're gonna go to effects and we're gonna solve this. On the effects, the first thing we're gonna do is use a compressor, but on multiband mode. This is like OTT. Here, reduce a bit the threshold. And if we play it right now, it has way too much highs. So I'm gonna put this on 0%. But I want some movement also on this high, so what I'm gonna do is use some of the LFOs, for example this one, and put it here, but now it's gonna be way too much. Has like a click, so go to the matrix and reduce this, maybe to 30%. Now let's put an EQ to control these highs, and basically I'm gonna reduce just a little bit this, and also to add more movement, I'm gonna send this one here, but not that much, just a little bit. But now here comes the magic. Go to this release of the compressor and move it. As you can see now, the kick changes so much, and especially the highs are a lot more controlled. And just like this, we have the tail of our kick, but from here you can start touching some things. For example, I'm gonna touch a bit of drive. As you can see, it changes a lot. Also, if you touch this, it's gonna change a lot the character. I like it more like this. But of course, now we need the talk, the punch, the attack. And for this, I'm gonna use a noise. For the noise, I'm gonna go here to this Hardstyle Kicks by Higher Dimension Sound. I'm gonna use this one. I recommend you to click here and then just try putting the direct out or not. The direct out basically is gonna make it go without all of these effects here. Better without the direct out, as you can see. And basically we have our kick. And now if you go to the piano roll, wherever you click, as you can see, the attack is always the same. And for the noise, you can just do something like this. But Wildcrow, I don't want to use it like a synth in the piano roll, I prefer to have the sample. Okay, then what I recommend you to do is to delete all of this, just have one note, play it. And now if you go to Serum, you put the mouse here at the corner, you can see this thing, just click and drag, and you have the kick in a sample. This simple. Of course, from here you can try to change everything to see what you can get. For example, instead of this wavetable, maybe you can go here on digital, for example, and try different ones. Let's see how it works. This one is cool. This one sounds good. You can also, for example, touch this. And then of course you can go here and touch the distortion. When you touch the distortion, just put it before or after and see what works better. But the most important thing on the distortion is to, well, I like the diode 1, and choose this, the pre-EQ. This is super important, to apply an EQ before the distortion. And here basically just put it to the max to see what it does and just move the things. Usually around 330 works well, maybe this is too much for this kick. What I'm gonna do is add more movement to this, so I'm gonna put it here, only one side, so click Shift, Alt and click, and of course not that much. Maybe less distortion. Maybe let's try to put bumpers. And also less mix because we are cutting all the bass. Sounds cool. And then just go here and change the click. And also one thing you need to know is that every little change that you do on volumes or on bass is going to affect so much the end result. For example, this is the bass of this kick. If we reduce it or we increase it, as you can see, it changes a lot. If we reduce this one, but also if you change these things. But basically guys, this is how you can make hardstyle kicks in Serum. Yeah, of course, I use wavetables that maybe you don't have, I use clicks that maybe you don't have, so don't worry, down below in the description you have the link, you can go and download these 2 presets, but nothing else. This is how you can do it. I hope you learned something. If you like it and help you, just leave a like, also leave a comment, maybe if you want to show more support and so, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more tutorials. Also, thank you so much to all these people here that are my Patreon members. If you want to be a Patreon member, down below in the description you have the link, you can go sign up. You're gonna have sample packs of my songs, the stems of my songs, you're gonna have an exclusive sound bank and a lot more other things, and of course a lot of help from me, and also secret tips that I share on the exclusive Telegram group. But nothing else. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.